Lester Summerall, and that was my old boss. I used to work at his TV station. They had brought a child to him to be prayed for, and this man had come up to him holding his child up like this. And so he was holding a prayer line, and the man brought his son up. His son was lame, couldn't walk, hadn't walked since birth, and the boy was about, I guess about 5 or 6 years old, never walked. He was holding him up here, look, legs dangling, and saying, pray for him, pray for him. And so Lester Summerall looked down at him and said, are you here to give your life to the Lord? He said, no, just here, pray for him. He said, well, you come back tomorrow. I'm coming back to preach. You come back tomorrow. And so the man turned around, with his head down and walked his child out. The next night, a prayer line is going again after Brother Summerall preached. And the man come up there with his son again, holding him up there. Pray for him, pray for him. He asked him again, are you here to give your life to the Lord? No, I just want you. Well, you come back tomorrow. And so by this time, the newspapers were there, and they wrote this article about this bad preacher that won't pray for children. He ain't praying for, he's particular in who he's praying for. And so the third night, the man finally caught on. He didn't bring his son up there. He came up there and told Brother Summerall, I want to be saved. I want to give my life to the Lord. So he said, well, let's pray together. So he prayed with him, and all of a sudden the whole place just went into this roar. They looked back, and the man's son was in the back playing, walking around playing, running with the other children. Never walked before in his life. Why? You get daddy right, children will be right. Lester Summerall understood, I can pray for this boy, and the same spirit that's got him lame, if daddy don't get saved and mama don't get it right, he's just going to go back into that house of unbelief, and he'll be in the same condition and shape that he was in before. That's the reason why you have to be careful, when you're dealing with other people's children, because the atmosphere have to be right. And no matter how bold you are in the Lord, no matter how much power you got in the Lord, if those children aren't coming to your house to live, you leave them alone until mom and daddy, until you're sure that, that things are right there, you see. And a lot of times it's just a matter of just talking with people and saying, hey, God can heal your child. God can deliver your child, or you want your child to be delivered. They have to accept it, you see. They have to accept it, It's the same thing as other mental issues as well. And so those things have to be cast out of children. Anything that slows down people, and it's unfortunate that folks have accepted that, but anything that slows people down in that manner like that. And let me make this clear, the devil don't discriminate. He prefer to get them when they're little. It just depends on what have been accepted. And what I mean is the doors that folks have allowed to be open, and whatever people accept. We have to, as believers, just not accept it. Just not accept it. If I brought my child to the doctor and they diagnosed that child with autism, I would tell them they're a lie. You are a liar. That's just not something that I'm going to accept, But if you accept it, it has a right to stay there. Now, let me explain this as well. When you're dealing with children that are not your children, you have to first deal with the parent or whatever door is open there. Because if you don't, then it keeps the door open. If parents, I'll give you for instance, if the parent believes that their child have autism, you can go and cast that devil out. It'll just go right back there when you leave. Why? Because parents have opened the door. Hey, the doctor say my child have autism. God have given parents spiritual authority over their child. And so if the parent accepts autism, first thing you have to do is talk parent into believing, God can heal your child. You don't have to accept that.